In this video, we're discussing the rise of ChatGPT, what this means for Google, and how we search online. So I'm going to be honest with you. When I first heard about ChatGPT challenging Google search, I was skeptical because, come on, it's Google. They dominate, right? But I've been exploring it more thoroughly, and I want to share my thoughts with you. I wanted to compare the two, so I asked ChatGPT and Google search the same question. I asked them both, what is the optimal amount of times that I should pet my golden retriever in a day? So this is what they said. Google provided me links that gave me information on how often I should feed my dog, how much a dog should eat, what time of day I should feed my dog. Is it cruel to feed a dog once a day? So ultimately, Google search, it provided me with bad information. It gave me very bad links that were totally off topic. Now moving on to ChatGPT. So of course I asked it the same question. I asked, what is the optimal amount of times that I should pet my golden retriever in a day? So this is what ChatGPT said. This is their word for word response. It depends on several factors. Here's some guidelines to help you determine the optimal amount of petting for your golden retriever. Age. Puppies and senior dogs may need more or less petting. Puppies may require more attention and comfort. Senior dogs may require less attention. Size. Larger dogs may need more petting to help them feel comfortable and relaxed. Smaller dogs may enjoy shorter, more frequent petting sessions. Energy level. Active and energetic dogs may need more physical stimulation. Calmer dogs may be content with shorter, more relaxed petting sessions. And then ChatGPT concluded by saying, in general, it's a good idea to pet your golden retriever several times a day, ranging from a few minutes to longer sessions, depending on your dog's individual needs. Regular petting and grooming can help strengthen your bond with your dog, reduce stress and anxiety, and promote overall well-being. Now, with that being said, I just want to say that I am a fan of dogs. However, I'm not a veterinarian, I'm not a dog psychologist, I'm not a dog whisperer. But in my opinion, ChatGPT, it provided a much better answer to this question compared to Google search. So Google search provided me links to places that did not answer my question. It was totally irrelevant. It was a disaster, and that's my opinion. I'm not saying that ChatGPT is superior to Google search as a whole, but I'm saying that in certain instances, in certain circumstances, yes, ChatGPT is superior to Google search. So is Google search going to become obsolete? My answer is no. And if it does become obsolete, well, it's going to take a long time. It's not going to happen anytime soon. However, people and investors are realizing that Google and Google search is not invincible. And their monopoly, it's finally being challenged. It's being challenged seriously. So Google has a near monopoly in search. They have a 91% market share, and that monopoly is very lucrative. In second place, with 3% of the market, you have Bing. So many people are unfamiliar with Bing, so I want to explain this to you. Google has their own web browser. It's called Google Chrome. Most people know that. And they have their own search engine, Google Search. So Microsoft has their web browser. So their web browser is Microsoft Edge. So this replaced Internet Explorer. And their search engine is Bing. So Microsoft is integrating AI and ChatGPT into Edge and Bing to better compete with Google. So let me tell you this. This is the long story short. In 2019, Microsoft invested $1 billion into OpenAI. That's the company that designed ChatGPT. Since then, Microsoft has invested another $2 billion into OpenAI. And honestly, this is just a start. That's $3 billion that was used to pay for all the computing power that OpenAI needed to build out ChatGPT. So building out ChatGPT, it wasn't easy. It required billions of dollars and years. So Microsoft has now announced a new version of Bing that uses the same AI technology as ChatGPT. So the CEO of Microsoft said that web search has not changed in decades, and that AI can deliver information more fluidly and quickly than ever before. He said, and I quote, "It's a new day in search. The race starts today, and we're going to move fast." But I do want to say this because I don't want you to get the wrong impression. So this whole implementation, it's a work in progress. even when they're done with the integration, it's going to be far from perfect. So you can, for example, you can go to Bing right now and you can ask the same question. How many times should I pet my golden retriever in a day? You're going to get the same results as Google search. How much to feed a golden retriever, how often dogs should eat, and the shopping guide for dry dog food. So now that you know that all this is going on between Microsoft and Google, a good question is, should Google feel threatened by Microsoft and what they're doing with OpenAI, ChatGPT, and Bing? My answer is, my opinion is yes, absolutely, they should. Because this is the first serious threat to Google's $150 billion search business in decades. The CEO of Microsoft is saying that the new race for search has begun. Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, says that ChatGPT will change our world. So ChatGPT, it's shaken Google enough where Google is asking for guidance and help from their co-founders that left 3 years ago, Larry Page and Sergey Brin. Now, in response to ChatGPT, Google unveiled their AI chatbot. It's called Bard, and it was a disaster. It provided inaccurate information, and Google's stock, that day, it plummeted. So Google employees, they've been criticizing the CEO of Google for rushing and botching their AI chatbot. Now, I want to tell you my real experience with ChatGPT. So I took my YouTube scripts, I write them, I type them up, and then I copied and pasted into ChatGPT, and I told ChatGPT to reword it and make it better. So my videos, they focus on the economy, investing, taxes. It's a financial channel. I use a lot of factual information to form my opinions. In ChatGPT, it output me a bunch of garbage. So yes, it rearranged my script, but there were so many factual errors. It was like AI was trying to sabotage my work. It was actually pretty comical. So if you wanted to plagiarize my work, download my script from any one of my videos, put it into ChatGPT, rearrange it, and then try to pass it off as your own, then I'll tell you that you better know your stuff, because you better know what you're talking about, because ChatGPT is going to output errors. It's going to output a lot of errors. It's going to be very far from perfect. So ultimately, you're going to have to catch those errors, and you're going to have to do a lot of revision work. So for some things, yes, ChatGPT, it's really good, and it's going to make you more efficient and much more productive. One example was if you're trying to find obscure information. Google search, a lot of times it's not going to be good at that. Like how many times should you be petting your golden retriever? It's going to be providing you a superior answer compared to Google search. So I'm sure that many people have heard that for simple coding, ChatGPT, it's actually very effective. So that's one of many examples where it actually does shine. So I want to tell you about other industries that I believe that ChatGPT will revolutionize quickly. This is what I would say is, the low-hanging fruit. So customer service and support. So if you didn't notice, many companies are already using AI in their customer support chat. So you're not speaking with a human, it's a robot in so many of the instances and so many of the companies. And they can only handle your most basic questions. And if they're not being helpful, I would say do not argue with them, because the joke is on you. You're arguing with a robot. Existing customer support chatbots will receive AI upgrades in the near future. And this is going to be a game changer for customer support. I also believe that ChatGPT will be very beneficial in education. So AI, this is the way I see it. I believe that AI is going to be able to provide students with personalized learning experiences. So imagine how helpful this will be if let's just say that you have a child that's slow in math, or if they're gifted in math. So think of lessons, programs, tutors, teachers, just the whole education system that is catered to the level and the speed of your child or your students. So this will bring personalization to learning. So I think that this will be a game changer for education. And a lot of people are focusing their attention on saying that students are going to use ChatGPT to plagiarize their essays. Kids aren't going to learn anything. Well, obviously, how are you going to use ChatGPT to cheat on an in-class exam or an in-class essay? How good is ChatGPT going to be there? It's not going to save you. And if you didn't know, for the past 20 years, there have been online services where you can pay someone $5 in Bangladesh to write the essay for you. So this is nothing new. You don't need ChatGPT to plagiarize or copyright or cheat in school. So obviously, there's been so many methods to do that for thousands of years. So plagiarism comes from the Roman word that means kidnapper because the Roman poets ripped off work of someone else and failed to cite the original authors. So again, thousands of years, this ChatGPT is nothing new in terms of cheating or plagiarism. Now, I want to end with this. My thoughts on Google search and Google stock. Is Google behind on their tech? So it's an AI war, and yes, Google lost the first battle. But I would say don't be naive, because Google has been spending billions of dollars on AI, and they have been taking this very seriously. The good news for Google is that Bing and Edge and ChatGPT, it's not perfect. It's very far from perfect. But honestly, I'm very happy to see that Google has some competition in search, which is probably a good thing for everyone. I personally would buy and invest in Google stock, but I'm personally going to wait for a better price. This whole ChatGPT shows that Google is not invincible. It shows that if they get complacent, then someone's going to come up with a better mousetrap and they're going to eat their lunch. If you want to buy Google, I would say wait for the economy to degrade. Companies are going to reduce their ad spend, CPMs are going to go down, and I would say let this fear of Microsoft and ChatGPT, I would say let it further manifest. And I just want to say, if you enjoy investing content, please check out our Patreon. We have exclusive stock market and crypto contents. I'll leave a link down below. We have a great Discord that's very educational, very helpful to many people. Thank you so much for all the support, and I wish you a very nice day. Take care.